Tara for the nth time. Ito na ang bagong discussion. Okay. Respiration, respiratory system, user version. Requirements for respiration, you need the respiratory medium, the medium that will transport the gases. In our case, that's water and air. Water for aquatic animals, air for terrestrial animals. Then we have respiratory surface where diffusion of the gases will occur. So you have the walls of the alveolus, parabronchus, and then gills and the tracheals of the tracheal system, in the tracheal system. The respiratory medium, we have water and then air. Water, you have the only thing that is good with water as the respiratory medium is that you do not have the problem of hydrating your respiratory surface. But the problem with it is that it is heavy and then it has less O2 per volume compared to air. So anong result nun? Result is that if you breathe water, take in water, you work more compared to breathing in air. Air, it's light, it is highly concentrated with O2, but the problem with it is that it is highly dehydrating. So you have to rehydrate your respiratory structures. Respiratory surface should be moist, should have high SA, and then should be thin. Why should it be moist? So that substances or the gases will be diffused easily. Should have high SA so that you can get more O2, you can release more CO2 or waste gases. Should be thin so that diffusion will be faster. So these are some of the problems. How the size of organism affect the structure of its respiratory surface of an organism. So ano bang pinagkaiba ng malaking organism sa maliit na organism? Will a smaller organism have higher SA in their respiratory structure compared to a larger organism? So, kayo na balang sumagot doon. Its metabolic activity. Will an endotherm have higher SA in their respiratory structure compared to an ectotherm? So, we have discussed yung requirements ng mga endotherm, ectotherm. I think you can answer that already. How about its habitat? So, we have two examples here. So, we have this clownfish here living in an environment wherein the water is cold. We have a clownfish here that lives in an environment where temperature is high. So, sino ang makakakuha ng mas maraming oxygen ng mas konti ang work na ginagamit? Sino kaya? Ito o this one? Okay? If you know the solubility rules ng gases sa liquid, madali masasagutan. Yung gases, example, O2, mas madali siyang ma-dissolve sa liquid na malamig compared sa liquid na mainit. So, sino kaya ang mas madaling makakuha ng oxygen sa water? So, sagot doon ay si clownfish living in a cold environment. Mas maraming oxygen to, mas madali siya makakahinga. So, sino kaya, compared sa kanilang dalawa, sino mas extensive ang surface area ng respiratory structure? And the answer is, syempre, hindi ito. Kasi, available na yung oxygen sa kanya eh. So, siya ang mag-a-adapt. So, dapat, mas mataas ang surface area ng gills niya para mas marami siyang makukuhang oxygen. So, para maging equal silang dalawa. Okay? So, the lowly animals. Use of cell membrane as their respiratory medium. Part of the body with direct contact with the respiratory medium is used for respiration. So, sino ba yung may direct contact sa water? And that is the cell membrane. So, you have, sorry, nagsisave. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. So, for example, here, we have the sponge. So, manipis lang tong cell membrane niya, tong structure niya. Okay. Yes, papasok dito ang water, lalabas dito ang water, pero hindi pa doon involve yung diffusion between the cells ng tissue na to, okay, or sa cells ng mga tissue na to, doon nag-o-occur ang diffusion. Okay, so how about sa jellyfish? Si jellyfish, for example, same concept. Dahil manipis lang yung cell membrane niya, manipis lang to, madaling papasok yung oxygen, madali ring lalabas. Okay? E paano kung hindi ganyan ang body type mo? Anong gagawin mo? So, you will adapt. Ang adaptation mo is that you will have a very extensive respiratory structure. For example, yung alveolus natin sa lungs, and then spiracles na mga spiracles, the tracheals and tracheae of insects. Example here, your cockroach, and then highly extensive gills. Okay, kung makikita natin yan, ang daming hiniwalay-hiwalay yung gill structure. So, lastly, sige. How does cutaneous respiration work? Cutaneous respiration work through the action, pag-dissolve lang ng oxygen, pag-dissolve ng CO2 sa isang environment na basa. So, ano meron sa epidermis? Yung characteristic ng epidermis is that manipis siya. And then, it is covered with mucus. So, anong gagawin ng O2? O2 will dissolve in the water found in the mucus, and then dahil manipis naman yung skin, makaka-transfer siya dun sa cell ng skin. And then, dahil ang lapit lang ng blood vessel dun sa skin, madali ngayon makaka-transfer yung O2 from the skin to the blood vessel, and then papasok si O2, gagamitin ng katawan, and then pupunta na naman dito, magkakaroon ng CO2 si frog. So again, dahil manipis lang yung epidermis, CO2 can be transferred papunta sa epidermis, papunta sa mucus, and then released to the environment. And then that will be it for now.